You were looking at him. You want me to start?
Oh, I mean, like I know nothing about the podcast.
You don't need to. You're
but-
German. You're German. No, I meant it's for me. You're listening to the Rough and Tough podcast, broadcasting live from Bangkok, Thailand. Brought to you by Bangkok Hostel for your sleeping and marijuana experience. Today we are joined, of course, regularly by the Dutchman himself. And we have a new guest this afternoon in rainy monsoon Bangkok, all the way from the Deutschland of
Germany.
near Frankfurt. Ich Stock. I don't know your name.
My name's Pierre. Cheers. Nice to be here.
Pierre?
Pierre. Yeah.
Like French. Mais lui, ton nom c'est Pierre.
Ouais.
T'es français? Ton père?
Je suis de français, mais I studied French for some years.
Okay, but
years ago.
the name Pierre is French.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's actually a good story I can tell you why my name is Pierre.
Yeah, shoot. I'd like to hear it.
Around the time, the name Pierre sounds pretty nice.
Funny that you use the word conception and not sex. But anyways, keep going.
That's the story.
Oh,
well. People often ask me, why is your name Pierre?
Yeah.
It's like, there's no story behind it. They like the name, done.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's actually Pierre.
It would be.
Yeah, it'd be Pierre. But in English, of course, Pierre.
But then again, if you like go to different parts, like Canada would pronounce it differently than
Yes,
France.
Yes, of
And
course.
there you go with all different
See, with the Dutchman, we just call him Dutchman.
Dutchman.
We keep it easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got experience in that actually. We should probably kick off with that. We talked about it last time a little bit about weed and stuff. Your people are the forefront, the forefathers, the people who pushed. No, it's true. You're the ones who pushed back against the Americans, your country, to legalize weed and to be the example. So let me ask you, now it's 3 months you're in Thailand, right? It's legal.
Yeah.
What's the quality like? Everybody's going to want to know, right? Can I smoke good stuff? So give us a little breakdown, like compared to Amsterdam, smoking in Amsterdam weed. And I'm talking about quality, right? It's just straight quality. Amsterdam weed to like what you're smoking here.
Okay. So if you have to like compare it to the Netherlands, right? It's of course a little bit of a lower level, but that's only because it just became legal like 3 months ago, right? So now they're getting rid of all the illegal stock and stuff. And what I'm seeing now, for example, is happening here at Old Bangkok, is that he's actually taking a smarter approach by importing weed from countries that it's already legal to import it from, right? So he gets better quality weed than most people right now out here. And I think that this is going to be like the new standard of this place, like Thailand, Bangkok at least, you know? And the price range will probably stay about the same, I think. But that makes it just a little bit more expensive than in Amsterdam. Not that much.
And Old Bangkok Hostel kind of has a coffee shop, aka coffee shop Dutch style, right? Which means weed shop where you smoke. So how is that like hanging out here if you were hanging out in a coffee shop in Amsterdam? Is it similar? Is it different? Like for example, in Holland, when I go there and there's a table of 4, you can't take one chair and put it to the next table, make it 5. Like there's certain like very conservative things in Dutch culture.
Yeah,
so coffee shop wise, would you say it's the same? Would you say here it's crazier?
Well, I would say that here it's actually a little bit crazier because right now there's too little regulations. There's too little people really giving a shit about it. You know, most of the people that are coming here are first-time smokers, people that didn't know that weed was legal in Bangkok or in Thailand now. So they're all trying it out, right? I think that over time, more and more like stoner people will be wanting to come here, will be going here.
But also it's different too.
Making it a little bit more, chill for everybody.
But I mean more in the sense of like people sleep here.
Yeah.
In Holland, the coffee shop, there's not people sleeping there. So it creates a little more of a ruckus. Like for example,
That's true.
our fellow Americano guy who took 21 bong hits and won a bet after 3 hours because the owner Eddie said he couldn't do 20 and he did 21 and 1. And he looked like he was gonna fall one time, a couple of times fall. There was literally girls hanging out just watching for hours. Like
But
better than TV. So that doesn't happen in the Dutch
no,
Dutch
that's
coffee
true.
shops, right?
No,
It doesn't
no,
happen.
usually people don't
Okay.
really pass out.
Okay,
No,
so if you're looking for experience and you want to pass out, you want to have fun, you want to be in a controlled environment, you want to have people around you with good energy and good vibes, you want an owner who hangs out and promotes the madness of sorts. It's Old Bangkok Hostel, and so now you got a little taste of it. Our German buddy from the land of Deutschland. How has it been for you smoking weed here? Where have you smoked weed? Because you just showed up here, right? People don't know. He just walked in. We put him on air. So what's your experience been like smoking weed here? Where do you smoke and where do you buy? Or not buy, but where do you smoke?
So far, I bought some in Bangkok,
Okay.
like the Discussion Road.
Yeah.
I bought some Thai stick in Pai, and I had some at Raleigh,
Where do you smoke? Where do you buy?
wherever.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you're not supposed to smoke outside, right? You're not supposed to smoke outside.
You're not supposed to smoke outside. What I usually do is I just be careful about where I smoke. And like as far as I know, the ruling is very weird. Like you're allowed to possess, you're allowed to build, you're allowed to keep, you're allowed to grow, but you're not allowed to consume, except when you're on private property where the owner allows you. So what I either do, I don't like going overboard, so I'm not the person to take 21 bongs hits and then barely keep standing. So I'm pretty chill to go out wherever. So I just ask the owner, hey, is it okay if I take a smoke here? Most people are cool with that.
Very cool. And that's a respectful thing, trying to understand it and trying to how to move around it. Let's talk a little bit about food. Like, how is it spending time in here? I know for me, I'll hit the 7-Eleven because I've been in Asia so many times that 7-Eleven is like, at least you know what it is. Eating in Asia, sometimes different food, you think you know what it is, or you kind of get sick of it, So, Dutchman, how do you see it, food-wise?
Well, to be honest, I haven't been 100% paying attention because the immigration police just walked in. But that's okay, no problem. What was the question again?
Busted.
I'm not here
Dun,
illegally.
dun, 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 dun.
Then you can try to answer the question.
If this was America, you'd see people running for the door.
Yeah. I can only imagine.
And yourself, Deutschland, how do you, Pierre? How do you find the food and stuff? What's your? Are you sick of eating Thai food? Like, what do you eat? Do you go pizza? Like, how do you find the food?
Like most of the time, I enjoy the food power, so I just stick with Thai food. I'd say maybe every 6th day, something else is nice. Like pizza is always a safe dish to go for. However, you said it yourself. Sometimes you're expecting something and you're getting something entirely different in Asia. I ordered a salad once, and somehow there were like fish grates inside the salad. So you never know what you end up truly getting. That's a little unsettling. But I don't know, food's great.
Yeah, no, it really is. It really is. Like, at the end of the day, rice and noodles gets a little old. If you want bread, if you want bakery, as the lightning strikes, there's plenty of options for that. Everybody, yeah, and the immigration police, the 3 of them have just left. Didi Makma, Kopongka. That's always funny. If you want to make Thai ladies laugh, so there's 3 ways to say hello, right? There's Sawadee-ka, which is a woman. There's Sawadee-kap, which is a man. And there's Sawadee-ka, which is ladyboy. So if you ever want to bug a Thai lady, because she'll say, no, ladyboy. And you say, no, I am ladyboy. I am ladyboy, Sense of humor. It's one of the things I love about being in Thailand. Speaking of humor, I guess the girls aren't really laughing at him. They're probably more smiling at him. We got the Americano who's here. He's the young prodigy, the ladies chase.
The young Americano.
Yeah. You have an actual name, or what name you use?
I use the name that many give me. Whatever name you want to give me, I'm that person.
What was it again?
What?
What was your name?
You just said what name you want to give him.
Yeah.
You would give him a name. We'll have to think about it then. The Dutchman needs time. They don't do things quickly, they do it efficiently.
Efficient.
Yeah, sure, 100%. If I had to think about a name to give you...
Well, you think about that.
Baby boy.
There you go.
Baby boy.
Baby boy.
Okay.
Not lady boy. but Baby
Baby
Boy.
Boy.
Only here on Rough and Tough Podcast. So, not Lady Boy, but Baby Boy.
Yeah.
How has it been for your experience dating-wise here? Because if you don't know, you obviously can't see him. What would you say he looks like? If we could give him a description, right? Early 20s, looks like maybe a young Tom Cruise.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Spanish young Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, because you're California, right?
You know what?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, looking at his face, not baby boy, but baby face.
Even better.
Yeah.
See,
I
like
think
I told you,
baby face is better.
Dutch way, not right away, the right way.
Gotta think about it for a second, you know?
Yeah, that's why the Dutchman runs the podcast.
But the experience has been pretty good. I can't complain. It's been quite a journey slaying all these fun girls, you know?
Yeah.
Just traveling around Thailand, going from north to south, in the middle. You get a little experience about all of it, you know?
Yeah.
You can't just be stuck to one place, or else you want to experience the full offering that Thailand has to offer. There's a whole menu of everything.
Little wisdom. Now he's confident because immigration police left.
Yeah.
And he's on the run. That's why we can't give you his real name. But anyways, that's another story. As Eddie types in the background, you can hear the thunderous typing. I could just imagine who he's talking to. Oh, there goes immigration police again.
Wow. Okay. It's
Damn.
like we're standing outside.
Does it get flooded here?
What's that?
Does it get flooded here?
Not here.
Not here, but in Bangkok, people have been asking if it gets flooded. It gets flooded. It's monsoon season. Actually, let's talk about that. It's monsoon season, right?
Yeah.
So usually, for myself at least, my break off date from the north is Halloween, right? So Halloween's the start of in America you call them
See why I can't hire you?
sunbirds.
What's that? They just drop in randomly. If there was a foreigner behind that desk,
Oh, big time. And that's probably maybe somebody seen him moving around.
no, not him. Oh, you're talking about the cops here? No, they're going to everywhere. They're just gonna get fucked right now because they hired a whole bunch of backpackers.
Oh,
really?
Well, a little live intake of what goes on in Thailand.
Maybe you want to get a seat at the window and see the show.
Oh.
A little immigration takedown show. Instead of running Mexicans, we're gonna have running backpackers.
Yeah. Here it's the other way around in Asia. Like in America, they arrest Mexicans and send them back, and here they arrest white people and send them back. You know?
Very true. The white people don't want to go home. That's how good it is here.
Yeah. Man.
It is very true. It is really, really good here where it can be very comfortable. I've been here now. It's my 6th time. The first 5 times, my goal was to go to Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Never made it out. My 6th time, I'm still trying to make it out. So be aware, it can slide you in and not get out. Something to know when it comes to food is if you're doing food, you're gonna need a local SIM card. Very important. So if you're coming, you're worried about weed, you're worried about budget, you're worried about different things, local SIM card gets you grab.
For sure. You can get one of them in store around the block. You can
Yeah,
also get one at the airport.
Yes.
It's like all over the place. You can get
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You get a 7-Eleven, it's 500 baht, unlimited data for a month. That's the best. Yeah, that's the best deal.
So then guys don't go to the airport because at the airport they charge like 800 for 50 gigs.
There you go. So wait until you get to a 7-Eleven. You'll see an unlimited card. My buddy got it. He came in from Canada. Said he paid 500 baht, unlimited data. So that's the way to go. Then once you have that link to your Grab, they deliver your food and you pay cash. So boom, another point you don't need to worry about. And that's what happens when you listen to the Rough and Tough podcast, brought to you by Old Bangkok Hostel, where the immigration police come in and don't take anybody away. Because Uncle Eddie is always here to sway. Probably last thing, budget. Just wrap up a little budget talk. So people are trying to figure out how much to budget. Some people spend 300 baht a day. Some people spend 1,000 a day. You know, I think you can easily go on 300, 400, 500, any of that range.
For sure.
You know, if that's what you're
central. When you go towards the island, I would calculate more, like at least 500.
Yeah, because islands are kind of fucky.
No, everything on the island is just way more expensive. Like not necessarily way more expensive, depending on the island, but at least like 50% up if you compare to Bangkok prices.
Okay.
There you go. That's the.
Yeah.
That's such a strange thing about it. Delivery chains are just harder. So obviously they charge more, and they know you can't go elsewhere.
And to remind people, the peak season's from Halloween until April, end of April. You do not want to be in the islands come May. It's so hot, the water's like warm to swim in. 4, the Americano who ditched us with a quick visit for Uncle Eddie and Old Bangkok Hostel. For Pierre. Mais oui, Pierre, il est non français, mais il vient de Deutschland. Thank you for Pierre.
I couldn't do it better.
And I'm, of course, Francesco, your host. I'll pass it to the Dutchman. He'll wrap it, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey guys, so welcome to the end of the podcast. I ain't got nothing else to say to you except for, next time you come to Thailand, just stop by the Bangkok Hostel.
Okay.
If you need some tips, anything, everything's already. So,
Do me a favor, say it in Dutch.
Jezus, oké. Ik ben Nederlands dan, dat is wat anders. Ja, jongens, als je een keer langskomt, op Bangkok Hostel in Thailand is gewoon een hele goede plek om te zijn. Gewoon goede bier, alles is oké, geen zorgen. Maar je moet wel houden van binnensmoken, maar dat is wel wat hier gebeurt. Dus ja jongens, dank je om langs te komen en ik zie jullie de volgende keer. Au revoir.
Lekker, doe it.